especially when you're kind of learning your teammates and everything, the schematic system and everything?
Yeah, I think obviously we got a bunch of guys that came in, a bunch of coaches that came in, and so I think just learning the language of everybody and trying to get that cohesion on the field of building our communication and whatnot. We're trying to we're kind of starting from ground zero per se, and so this is the time that we're trying to build that and whatnot.
What do you see the differences in Aaron Glenn now that he's calling plays?
I mean he's. Honestly, he's the same guy every day. Very intense guy, demands a lot from us. That's not going to change. But he stresses like now it's time. And we all feel it, and so we know that we have to continue to do our job. On the field, off the field, and just turn things around.
What do you feel the impact has been of the veterans that have come in, especially on the defensive side of the ball with DeMario and those guys? Yeah, what's their impact been for you guys?
Yeah, man, it's been huge. When you can get veterans like DeMario, Minka, in the building, and obviously on the offensive side of the ball, guys like those, they bring culture. They know what it's like to be a pro, and and they bring leadership. So that's been great for us, especially for the young guys to see how they just go about their day to day and everything. But yes, it's been huge for us, man.
How much more competitive did it feel out there today now that you guys have the pads on?
Yeah, I mean, today was a little more slippery, so there was a little less room for error, But no, it's been good, man. We've been, competing at a high level, just going against AD and Garrett every day. That we're iron sharpens iron, And so I'm enjoying those matchups and everything. So it's been good. It's been good.
Curious to see, what have you seen from A.Z. Thomas coming back into his second year with the Jets?
Yeah, I think he's definitely coming into his own. I can see it. He's hungry to have an impact on this defense, and so I was just having a conversation with him the other day, and just telling him just take it one day at a time. You know what I mean? And the rest will take care of itself. But just try to stack days, and so he's learning to how to stack days and what that means, and not looking too far ahead in the future, and not letting the past affect him going forward. But yeah, he's attacking every meeting, every practice the right way.
How much of a secondary, as a secondary, you guys just talked about the need to take the ball away?
Yeah, I mean, I tell myself that even in my sleep, man. That's definitely something that we have to do in order to win games. You have to take the ball away. To give yourself an advantage. And so that's definitely the focus. How could it not be? But yeah.
When you hear that about not having an interception all year, like especially as you had to kind of sit on that during the offseason, how does that make you feel?
I mean, there's certain things you have to somewhat remember, but you just have to flush it. You know what I mean? Last season was what it was. This is a new season to prove ourselves as a team, and so again, we just got to continue to work out there. But we know turnovers aren't just going to create it themselves, right? So we have to go take them away, and capitalize on opportunities when they present themselves.
Is there something you guys are working on in camp in terms of interceptions? Like, is there anything you guys are trying to do differently?
I mean, there's only one way to to work on interceptions and punching the ball out. It's by doing it in practice. Whether that's in individual drills or team periods. Just always being conscious of the ball. Where it's at, and just like I said, capitalizing when the opportunity presents themselves.
Brandon, as far as culture, you were talking about that before. You were in a great culture in Baltimore. Can you talk about what that looks like and how some of these guys like DeMario and Onyemata and Fitzpatrick can help take that culture to the next level?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. They have played, winning football. They've been in the league for a long time, so they know what it looks like, right? And so when you bring guys that have been in the league for a long time and know what good culture is from wherever they've been from, whether that was playing high level football in college or in the NFL, it does something to us overall, and so just having that leadership in the room, it just gives everybody else confidence, you know what I mean, and especially the way that they work, but at the same time, we're out here trying to build confidence in ourselves each and every day, but obviously having veterans like that, man, it's easy to go balls to the wall for them.
What are your thoughts on Coach Harbaugh coaching across town? Have you run into him yet?
No, I haven't yet, but I can't wait for that last preseason game, against them. But happy for him. Great coach and whatnot. Yeah.
Take a few more.
Are you surprised at what happened in Baltimore and the fact that he ended up here?
Say that one more time.
Are you surprised at all at kind of how it worked out in Baltimore with him and the fact that he ended up here?
Was I surprised? Somewhat. I think just growing up, I was Cowboys and Baltimore fan. So when I thought of the Ravens, I thought about Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and Coach Harbaugh. That was like and Terrell Suggs. Those are like the four people I thought of. So just seeing him, transition to another team or whatnot, I'm still. It took me a while to wrap my head around it. You know what I mean? Just to see him in different colors. But again, I'm happy for him.
What is your mindset just heading into year two, especially after the injury that you suffered late last year?
My mindset is taking it one step, one day at a time with my teammates. Continue to be a great teammate, showing up every day. That's my mindset.
What was the frustration level after you kind of suffered that injury last year?
I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated? You work all your life to get to this moment, and you go out with injury. And I've never been injured before. I've never had to require surgery for anything. So it was different, but the Lord got me through it, so I'm good.
Hammies for the secondary interceptions. Everyone knows about the stat from last year.
Yeah.
Brandon was saying he thinks about it when he goes to bed at night.
Yeah.
How much is this something you guys talk about?
When you're a secondary, you want to get your hands on the ball. So it's not something that we're focusing on. It's something that we're going to practice each and every day, and it's going to translate to the field because interceptions start in practice. You get them in practice, it'll translate to the field. So we're not really going out there saying like, oh, let's go get 6 interceptions today. No, we're going out there being in the right place, and the ball going to come. Everything else will take care of itself. So.
How important is that for you guys this year, though?
It's very important. It's very important. As a secondary, you take the ball away, you give our offense more likely chance to go score and for us to win. So, and the proof is in the details. So, of course, that's a big factor. But we're not going out there not doing our job just so we can go get the ball. So everybody got to do their job. Everything else to take care of itself.
What was a kind of point of emphasis for you that things you want to work on heading into this year?
Really just trusting my eyes, trusting my study. I feel like last year I hesitated a lot on a lot of things, and I feel like there was a lot of plays that I left out there. So really just not hesitating, trusting my eyes, trusting my preparation, and then allowing everything else to take care of itself. I feel like that's the big thing for sure.
What is Minka bringing to the secondary?
A seasoned vet, brains, somebody that's going to hold everybody accountable, no matter the cost, and that's what you want in a leader. So I love Minka, though, man. That's my guy.
How much thought did you put into your number change?
I put a lot of thought into it. I don't really move off impulse because, nowadays everybody sees a single digit open up, they just want to jump on it. But something that I really spoke about with my family, my loved ones, my brothers. And so I got a bigger meaning to it, and I play for an audience of one. And that's my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And that's not going out there worrying about what people think. I know the pressure that come with the number, but my mama raised me, and I'm used to it. So yes, sir, that was really what it was.
What does Nahshon Wright bring to the cornerback room, and how unique is it to play with a 6'4" and 1/4 inch cornerback? You don't see that a lot.
Yeah, I was just talking with my brother. I'm like, this man long, like, cause he had played with my brother in Dallas, but like this man is long. His length, size, speed, like it's all you want in a corner. If I'm going on man or something, I'm going to go create a player. Like I'm gonna make him just like Sean. So I feel like that's a plus, and guys it's gonna be hard for guys to get open for sure.
What about Darrell Jackson being reunited with him, and what can you tell us about him as a player?
Man, Darrell's a dog. Darrell's a dog. Like I said, another smart guy, big, size, and like I said about Sean, if I'm going to go create a D lineman, I'm gonna make my guy just like Darrell. So when you got those guys coming in, it's a plus. Like when you go out there, yeah, we can pass the eye test, but we're gonna pass everything else as well. So when you bring that with it, it just makes your day even easier. So.
When I asked Aaron Glenn about you the other day, he said, wait till he puts the pads on. That's usually something coaches say about linebackers and linemen, not cornerbacks. What do you think? Why do you think he said that about you?
I mean, I'm a physical corner. I'm not afraid to go down there and hit. I know I had the surgery and everything, but that ain't stopping. I feel like my shoulder actually stronger than what it's ever been. So I feel like that speaks for itself.